Good everyone, organised video today. It's a sub request by Asmund Mosseng for the P-61C1. Now, before anyone starts and asks me how the radar works, I don't know. I don't tend to really use it. I just tend to use the old Mark 1 eyeball. But obviously, in something like a cloud, the radar may just come in handy. So don't ask me how it works. I'm sure someone else has done a video guide on it, so that's all I can recommend if anyone asks me how the radar works. So the P-61C1, aka the Black Widow, is a twin-engined heavy fighter slash interceptor designed by the US Air Force, well, designed by the United States of America. And the P-61 in real life actually had quite a few temperamental starts. Obviously, the cannons historically were quite hard to aim, and obviously in game we do not have the option to lock the turret. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, historically, the P-61 could lock its turret, which you can see on the top there, the quad 50s. You could lock that forward and act it as offensive armament, and then obviously unlock it to use it as a turret if you need to. In War Thunder, we don't really get that option. The turret can swing around on its own, but that's only really on a really skilled crew, and I don't really tend to focus bombers in terms of like getting their crew skills up on something like a bomber when I just tend to rely on my own gunnery skills because that's just how it is. But it would be nice if we could lock the turret forward. So obviously we do have four 20mm cannons which are more than capable of downing an enemy aircraft. We are powered by two Pratt & Whitney R2873s with up to 2,811 horsepower. And we've got two of them, so we've got a lot of power under our bonnet, but unfortunately, with the way Allied teams have been recently, I don't think we're going to be able to use this aircraft all that spectacularly. So, one common mistake I see a lot of P-61 pilots making is doing this. They rush to get the bombs. Now, yes, 4-1000s are more than capable of killing a base, but it's a P-61. This thing's meant to hunt those bombers. It's meant to inflict a deadly bite on those bombers and make sure they don't get to their targets. That's why pretty much, well, I mean, that's why it is called a Black Widow and it looks like a freaking spider if you look at it from the right angle. But obviously, we're going to try and hopefully use the radar if we have any maps that have cloud cover and stuff like that. Otherwise, we're just going to be using the Mark 1 eyeball and I'm not going to be paying attention to the radar. But I haven't flown the P-61 in quite some time. The last time I did was in Ground Forces, so hopefully we should be able to get something out of this thing. But I know for a fact Killer Tigger's going to watch this one, and don't worry, mate, if I get the opportunity to use the turret on a 264, I bloody will, because, well, we know what 264s are like. Excuse me there. Obviously, when the P-61 came in, I knew it was going to be fun, but obviously I didn't pay too much attention to it. And then obviously there's the premium one at 3.7. However, that lacks the... Is it the turbo superchargers? I know it lacks something, but it lacks a lot of power and it lacks web, so that's why I don't recommend that. You would simply just be better off buying the, or getting the P-61C and slapping a talisman on it, personally. Okay, so Universal, yeah, because obviously they've changed it from APIT to APT rounds. And Universal in the top turret as per normal. And we are not committing this sin, don't worry. Otherwise, Killer Tigger will probably stab me in the neck, because, well, he's been so helpful these last few weeks. Like, I'm not even joking. And we've got a dance here, this is perfect. We're up against the Russians, okay. Okay, we've got two Mozzies, both Mark 6s to assist us, but to be honest, with now the 264 being at, is it 4.7? The most dangerous bomber we'll probably see is a BV. And well, even then, the P-61 can inflict its deadly bite. And yes, I'm making spider jokes, because why the hell not? I mean, if I could, I'd go onto the War Thunder website and try and find maybe something like a Spider-Man skin just to put this thing in, because that'd be nice. If anyone actually makes custom skins and you would like to do that, I'd love to see that, because a Spider-Man skinned up Black Widow would just be nice. Or alternatively, just put Scarlett Johansson's head on, or face on the tail or something. I mean, it's big enough. On the rudders and the vertical stabilizers, that would be interesting. It doesn't look like there's any enemy bombers at the moment, so just check and make sure everything's working fine. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is going. So I mean, we're climbing really well because obviously I am spaded. I remember my first game in the P-61. It was 2 kills on Hokkaido, and I got my tail shot out because this thing has a very flimsy tail. Alright, there's one. That's probably going to be a BB. But as I was saying, the tail basically just went. I tried to keep it airborne, and some muppet came in behind me, and just, oh, it's a year 2. Oh god, I feel sorry for him. Right, let's pick up some speed, because, well, we've got twin R2800s, so we'll easily get up to speed. The Mozzies might beat us to the target, which is annoying, but at the end of the day, I'm not looking for spectacular results in this aircraft. We do have dive brakes should we need them, and, well, the year appears to be climbing pretty hard. I mean, I honestly can't blame him. So we've got Tisma, BS-180, a couple of Yak 9s, but my main focus is this year for the moment. Because, well, that's what we're meant to do. We're meant to go after bombers, really. I bet it's a petrol. It's got to be a petrol year. I identified. Yeah, it's going to be a petrol year at this BR, to be honest. If it's 4, it'll be at worst. It'll be the MV2B, the model with the 50 cals. I'm sorry, Silent Night, but this ain't Holy Night. He's just dropped his bombs. He's trying to book out, but oh, that's gorgeous. Come on. Oh, oh, I love how the Mozzie's trying to steal it. What a wanker. What a total wanker. Let's have a look. Level 21. Doesn't even have the brain cells to scratch his own arse. And he's trying to freaking kill steal. Not being funny, right? Double fire in a year is more than fatal. Trust me, I've spaded the diesel year. In fact, I've spaded all the years. I know exactly what they're like. So, yeah. I hate P-61s. Very appropriate, given the situation there, buddy. OP as fuck. Oh god, it's another person who thinks it's OP. It isn't OP. For goodness sake, it is not OP. Blew my flap there. I don't really play the P-61, so I'm not sure what its flap rips at. I just have to laugh. Oh look, there's the kill. Well, there's one of the mosquitoes getting spanked. Oh, I forgot this thing does not like to roll at these speeds. Ow. Excuse me, sir. I don't appreciate that. I actually scored a hit on him then. That's surprising. Could we potentially get a shot, or do we have to turn around and use the actual 20 mils? Right, he's going for the Yak, the French Yak 3. Now he's going for me. Annoying, but we can try and throw this big bastard around. And the Yak's right on my arse, okay. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? His first shot, folks, just blew off my elevator. Well, fucking great. Oh dear Christ. Right. Retract the dive brakes. This is going to be an interesting flight from now on. I mean, the P-61 isn't too bad to fly over an elevator. It's just a bit of an arse. Who's BMing? Oh, it's Moxie. Right, well, you'll have to wait, Moxie, because, well, I'm in a bit of a situation. I mean, to be honest, it's not that bad, but it's certainly something I won't want on my resume, that's for definite. I'm going to throttle back just to save the engine's life. Because again, we kind of need engines. That's a Yak 90. I don't care that I've blown a flap. I want to get at that thing's guns. Come on, swing it around. Oh boy. This is not looking good for me, that's for definite. I mean, it's flying okay without the elevator, but we kind of need the elevator. Spoiler alert. I thought it was the Angry Year 2 or something like that PMing me or something, I don't know. But we have a slight control issue, but to be honest, I've had worse. I say that and I'm probably going to get my arse blown out of the bloody sky for saying that. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to manage my throttle to get this thing to turn around, but I think it's safe to say we're going to have to try and get back to base now, folks. Because, well, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of control on the rear end. I have my rudders and my elevator, or my ailerons, but unfortunately, landing this thing is probably not going to end so smoothly. Yeah, I just fucking knew it was going to be the elevator. That's the first shot that he actually hit me with as well. See, look, I'll prove it. There you go. Dimitri's Yak 1B shoots down the Yak, and yet he bloody blows my elevator the second he gets a shot in on it. The P-61's tail is just far too fragile. And from what I've been able to find historically, this thing was actually quite a tank of the skies, so that just proves Gaijin's laziness. But luckily, only the inside flaps is broken, so we can use the outer side flaps and hopefully manage a landing. If I go silent within about a minute on landing approach, it's because I'm in the zone and I need to focus, because, well, judging by the fact that we have no elevator, it's going to be a bit hard. I've landed worse. I mean, just ask Tigger about the time when I landed the 335 without elevator control. It took me a good 10 minutes to do it, but I still did it. Right, here we go. I think we might load up the bombs, to be honest, but to be honest, the enemy team is actually crumbling pretty nicely. Right, the attitude ain't looking good, because, well, it's starting to pull up now, but use the rudder to try and get me to some extent. Cue to dramatic music, but unfortunately I don't know any of that would be copyrighted at this point. Runway's there, okay. I'll take it. I will take it. Can we get a repair? No, but I'll take that. That's still a landing. Did the crewmen survive? Yes, they did. So, to me, that's a landing. But unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Unfortunately, like, that's just the way it works sometimes. Gaijin in their infinite wisdom just loves to I mean, I've landed with worse damage than that and repaired. That just tells you how much they want to fuck me over. Still not the best result for the P-61, but at the end of the day, I can't help Gaijin's crappy damage modelling. I mean, a single shot blows this whole elevator off. Nah. Just nah. It just proves that Gaijin really don't like certain aircraft. They just can't be bothered to fix them. It's sad, really, because I liked Spade in the P-61. It was a really nice aircraft to fly, and now it's just, like, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But when that happens to you, and you don't even get a repair, yet I've had worse damage repaired, I mean, my year had its tail snap off on landing, and I was still able to repair. Oh dear. But unfortunately, that's just the way it is. But anyway, I'll see you all on the next one. Hope you enjoyed. If you've got any requests, please do let me know and I'll get around to them. Cheers. Thank you very much.